Today this is Unit 4, Lesson 5 tutorial, and we're going to be learning about rotation and how to construct a rotation. So to rotate means to turn a shape, and how are we going to construct a rotation? We're going to use distance and a protractor. We're going to use the compass to come up with the distance, and then we're going to use a protractor to measure the angle that we want to rotate it. So I am going to rotate this triangle 150 degrees, and point P is always going to be given to us. So I'm going to rotate this triangle. It's going to end up being somewhere over here, and point P is going to be kind of the pivot of how we turn our triangle. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to take my compass, and I am going to put the pointy end of my compass on P, and the other end of my compass I'm going to put on A. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a big arc. You want to make it a pretty big arc. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect point A with point P. Just like that. Now I'm going to measure. I'm going to take my compass, my protractor, and I want to measure 150 degrees. So I'm going to put my protractor on point P. That's going to be kind of the intersection point. And then I'm going to make sure that this line is lined up with the line that I just drew. And I'm going to find 150 degrees. Now there's 150 degrees right here, but that's not going to be big enough. If I were to draw that line, that's actually going to be an acute angle, and I know that's 150 is supposed to be obtuse. So I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to use the top numbers, and I'm going to go to 150. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a point out here where 150 is. I'm going to get rid of my protractor, and I'm going to connect my point P with this point out here. That's at my 150 degrees. Like that. Then the next thing that I'm going to do is where this line crosses my arc, I am going to draw a point at that spot. And I'll go ahead and do it in a different color here. So I'm going to draw a point at that spot, and that is going to be A prime. Nice and simple. Rotating a shape is a pretty simple process. So now let's go ahead and do point B. We'll call this point B. I'm going to do the same process. I'm first going to connect, and I'll do all of this in purple. I'm going to connect point B with point P. I'm going to use my compass. I'm going to put the point end of my compass on P, the other end of my compass on B, and I'm going to draw a huge arc. Then I'm going to get my protractor, and I'm going to measure up. My protractor is going to be lined up on point P, and I want to make sure that the other part of the protractor is lined up on this right here. And I'm going to look for 150 degrees. Once again, 150 degrees is out here. So I'm going to use my pencil to make a mark at 150 degrees. Then get rid of my protractor, connect point P with that point out there, and I want to make sure that when I connect it, I'm going to go past because I want to cross my arc. And where I've crossed my arc is going to be B prime. And I might as well do it with point C just to make sure you guys are getting it. Point C, first I'm going to connect, I'll do this in green, I'm going to connect C with P. Then I'm going to take my compass, put the point end on P, put the other end on C, make a big arc, get rid of my compass, grab my protractor, make sure the protractor is sitting on point P, lining up with this green line. I'm going to go to 150 degrees and make a line, make a point, get rid of my protractor. I'm going to connect point P with this point right here, and I'm going to extend it out until I'm hitting my arc. Then that point where my arc is touching my line, that's going to be C prime. And if I were to connect all of these points, I will get a triangle just like triangle ABC. And that is my image. And that is now rotated 150 degrees.